This radiant sky of iridescent stars is truly captivating. But I believe the shining virtues residing in people's hearts are equally worthy of our reverence.
You did a great job guarding this place. Good doggy.
The sunlight is perfect right now. Why don't we go sit in the garden courtyard downstairs and enjoy a cup of black tea?
Hovering capability excellent. On to the next test.
If I'd known, I would have just arrived a lot later and let them wait. My face is all stiff from smiling.
Hi. Good morning once again. I am late, but it's fine. I wonder how long part 2 will be. We shall see.
Fragrance stirs with the
Right, back to the anxiety inducing event we go. Hi Walderge, welcome. Good evening slash morning. And Mishkat, welcome, welcome. Right, on to part 2 we go. Downpour. A message from the doorway. And the world is no longer the same. Kek, wait. What is the name of this dude? Is it Edward? Why is he here? I'm busy nowadays, still didn't get to start. It's okay. Just go skip, maybe. And then when you're free, just go read through it. Heavy clouds still hang oppressively low, forcing the manor's light to burn despite the early hour. You've spent sleepless night hunched over Hilda's cipher strip, the cryptic symbol swimming before your tired eyes. All you have to show for it is the elimination of a few common encryption methods. I think it's futile. Better ask Hilda for this cipher. Yet, it's a drop in an ocean of possibilities. A trial and error approach could take a year and yield nothing. You wonder how professional cryptographers ever crack these things. The task feels hopeless. With the arrival of daylight, you reluctantly freshen up and step out into the corridor. Oh no, who are these people again? As you walk through the corridor, you notice a guard in a blue raincoat at the manor's entrance. He appears to be a messenger, exchanging something with a guard outside the gates through the curtain of rain. Oh no. Oh no. I think it's that confirmation letter that Hilda sent. I'm scared, man. No one but Hilda could send or receive mail from this sealed manor. This must be the identity verification letter she mentioned yesterday. The one destined for her superiors. Please, I hope we still have time before it arrives to her superiors. You need to find a way to intercept it. Think of another approach. Go to the gate to intercept the letter from the guard. That sounds like suicide. So I'll go with the first one. Think of another approach. For now, you have no justification to intercept the letter. Your only option is to wait and watch. A group has already gathered in the hall. Helene is quietly arranging breakfast on the large table. Your eyes are drawn to Hilda, seated alone and sipping a cup of pitch black coffee. 3 empty chairs punctuate the table. The other guests shift uneasily, and you catch them stealing furtive glances at you and Hilda. Are they scared? I think they are. The silence is suffocating. In this tense stillness, you find yourself, quite unexpectedly, missing Edward's presence. Really, Chief? Edward!
The book. Have you finished it?
Oh no, she's asking about the book again. Chief. Hilda's voice cuts through the silence as she gestures toward the copy of The Wilderness you'd brought with you. It was a pleasant reread. I find your notes more interesting than the original text. I'll go with the second one. That sounds more smooth and convincing. I find your notes more interesting than the original text.
Just the scribblings of a younger me. If you found them worthwhile, then they served their purpose.
Reading a book at a time like this, and the wilderness of all things. You two sure have leisure time to spare. Fate, you blind thrower of dice, casting us onto fields shrouded in war. Aspiration, you sacred yet callous flame, flickering in this bloodied storm.
What the fuck? That sounds ominous.
How nostalgic. That was a particular favorite of mine in my youth. It's quite remarkable that you still remember those lines, Captain Marlowe.
Do forgive me for interrupting this little trip down memory lane. Is this some special Outland childhood reminiscence I'm not privy to?
If I remember correctly, this lady is originally from this city, so she doesn't know about the book, just like Chief. Oh shit.
What a pity. I'm from this city. Didn't have my nose in many books as a girl, let alone poetry. Then again, if I hadn't gotten myself tangled up with a man of such lofty aspirations, I suppose I wouldn't be sitting here now.
She fixes Marlowe with a pointed, challenging stare. He looks away, unable to hold it. An awkward silence blankets the room, thick and uncomfortable. But it's shattered moments later by a guard's sharp announcement. What now?
Reporting, ma'am. A new dispatch from intelligence headquarters. Shall I bring it in?
Okay, it's not about the confirmation. Great, okay. A cold knot tightens in your chest, and Hilda's gaze flicks to you for a fleeting moment. Oh no.
Yes. Bring it in.
Oh, the anxiety again. We're not gonna die yet, right? The guard crosses the hall, the sealed envelope pinched between his fingers like a verdict. With deliberate steps, he delivers it directly into Hilda's waiting hand. Every eye in the room locks onto the letter. You are utterly powerless to stop it. Oh god, it's too late! It's too late. Just as your mind starts to scramble, calculating when to rewind with your next link attempt, a sharp, concussive blast rips through the manor's foundations. An explosion? What now? The lights whip violently, strobing the scene in frantic flashes before surrendering completely, plunging the world into choking darkness.
Enemy attack! Get down! Find cover!
Great, there's... we get to extend our life. There's chaos. Gunfire erupts the moment he barks the order. The walls and windows are pockmarked with the sickening thud of impacts, punctuated by the crystalline shatter of glass. A wave of screams is swiftly choked down as training overrides panic. This is it, the perfect chance, and you're only one. You scramble through the chaos, feigning a stumble of terror as you crash into Hilda and reach for the envelope in her hand. Not too subtle, Chief. A grunt is punched from her lungs.
Who's there?
No one. Screams and gunfire are a deafening storm. You're so close. Your fingers brush the rough paper of the envelope. You seize it and yank with all your strength. But as the letter tears from her grasp, it never reaches your hand. A bullet screams through the darkness, punching clean through the paper. For a heart-stopping moment, it flutters, a gray, withered leaf, tracing a silent arc before vanishing completely into the chaos. So, It got ripped, right? We didn't get shot. It got ripped. Finding it now in this impenetrable darkness seems impossible. You decide to... What? Avoid a crowd and investigate the true explosion site. Chase after the envelope at all costs? I don't know, man. It seems hopeless. I'll go with this. Chase after the envelope at all costs. Our survival rests on that fucking envelope. You dive through a hail of gunfire, bullets snapping past your ears, and you feel the searing heat of a few rounds grazing your body. You stagger behind a nearby chair, heart hammering against your ribs. Then, an unfamiliar guttural rasp cuts through the chaos from right beside you.
Fuck off! Get out of my way!
Oh shit! The world goes blank. Oh great. Got shot again. The world goes black. You never even see the shooter. Well, we got into a bad end. Great. Okay, wait. We'll see the bad end on this part first before we continue. I'm so curious on how Chief would die again. Go to the gate to intercept the letter from the guard. Probably you will get shot. You rush to the manor's entrance, arriving just in time to see the messenger retreating back. The crucial letter is already in the hands of the gate guard. Faced with your request, the guard is an unyielding statue, his loyalty to protocol absolute.
The officer's orders are clear. All intelligence letters must go directly to her. I cannot relinquish it to anyone else.
Well, shit. Helpless, you can only watch as the guard turns and carries the letter into the main hall, sealing your fate. Will we get shot? You are escorted to Hilda's room with grim efficiency. Oh no. But at least you get to know what's in the letter, right? The questioning begins calmly, then sharpens when you offer no answer. Finally, with a disappointed sigh, she begins the formal interrogation. The truth serum pulls you under, and your consciousness becomes a flood you cannot control. What secrets have you revealed? You may never know. But it doesn't matter. You think to yourself in a daze. The next time you meet, you will have no memory of this. You will start again as strangers meeting for the first time. Well, it's a truth serum death. I see. Oh, so okay. So this one, if you die from a truth serum, it looks like this. If you die with a gunshot, it's this. Then what is this? Anyway. Avoid the crowd and investigate the true explosion site. The explosion tore through the second floor. Given what's kept out there, there's only one thing the target could be: the monolith prototype in Hilda's room. By the time you reach the upstairs corridor, the gunfire is sputtering out. The perimeter attack has been quelled. The guards' shots growing isolated, then ceasing altogether. I thought this dude is dead. In the ensuing quiet, your eyes strain against the darkness. A single vague silhouette is collapsed on the floor ahead. Isn't he dead? This is, what was his name? The businessman. The lights flicker, then flood the corridor with a harsh, steady glow, allowing you to make out the face. Johnson? The scene is one of utter devastation. The electrical equipment at the corridor's end is shredded. A nest of wiring has been blown apart, its core still smoldering, tendrils of black smoke coiling toward the ceiling. The walls are scarred with soot. And there, directly beneath the shattered electrical box, is Johnson. He lies on his back, an ordinary military knife driven deep into his chest. A pool of fresh, shockingly red blood is still spreading beneath him, gleaming under the emergency light. Who stabbed the dude? Well, I thought he's dead. His eyes are frozen wide in a final mask of terror. His right hand is twisted into a desperate clawing gesture, while his left hand is clenched in a death grip around a single severed piece of copper wire. Huh. A choked scream escapes Casey at the sight of the body. She stumbles backward, nearly fainting, before Manfist lunges forward to catch her.
No. Johnson. No.
Oh wait,
Who did this?
is
Tell me who
Johnson
did this?
the what was that? Editor-in-chief or something? I thought it was the businessman. Emotion overwhelms her. She lurches to her feet and stumbles toward Johnson's body. The stunned hesitation of the others granting her a tragic passage.
This knife. It's Marlowe's.
Oh.
I saw it on him yesterday during his argument with Horn.
Oh. Where is Marlowe then? Her gaze instantly locks on Marlowe. His face darkens as his hand goes instinctively to the empty sheet at his waist. Uh-oh. Someone is pinning the blame on Marlowe. It's probably not him then. It's the mole. Who is the mole, man?
With all the shooting and chaos earlier, some rat probably swiped it in the dark.
You're a professional. You expect me to believe someone could lift your knife without you knowing? And how convenient that you just happened to be on the second floor when the lights came back on.
Casey steps forward, her gaze intense and bloodshot from a sleepless night, pinning Marlowe in place.
You didn't leave it on purpose. You dropped it because Officer cut off your escape. You knew you'd be trapped if you didn't run, so you fled. And now you're lying about it being stolen.
So Chief cut off Marlowe supposed to be escaped because she ran to the second floor, okay?
Hey, Hilda, you just gonna stand there and let her run her mouth?
Ignoring their argument, Hilda strides to the blast site, her eyes scanning the charred plastic fragments and fine metal powder littering the ground.
No, Lane. Analyze the composition of this powder.
Let me see. Looks like a crude ammonium nitrate mixture. Homemade. Low yield, but enough to damage the junction and cause the outage. The residue contains copper shavings and fragmented engineering plastic.
Someone who is knowledgeable with bombs, but that could be anyone.
So Johnson was sabotaging the electrical box before he was attacked. He succeeded, and then someone stopped him. Permanently.
Oh, so it was Johnson. Well, if I remember correctly, he was holding onto a copper wire. So that is definitely him. But who stabbed him?
But why kill him?
And
why leave the body at the scene of the crime?
It's to confuse us, I think. Her gaze sweeps across Marlowe's empty knife sheath.
One possibility is an intervention. A would-be hero discovered the sabotage and killed him to stop it. But it seems we have no such clever detective among us. That leaves the second scenario. The killer was an accomplice. The murder was to silence him.
Good lord. There seems to be only one mole, but this mole has been using all the people here as their pawn. That makes things so freaking complicated. It's getting more dramatic to increase the tension. Exactly. Now it feels like everyone is in cahoots with the mole.
That's not true. Johnson would never do this. He was loyal to the Metropoles. One of you must have forced him into it, then killed him to cover your tracks.
I didn't kill him. When I got here, he was already on the ground.
Then why were you looking for him? When the shooting started, who would think to check the electrical box?
Wait. What? Oh, you know what? I got a feeling it might have been Casey who stabbed her own boss. And she's doing this to possibly cut off her connection. So she's redirecting the culprit to Marlowe.
Now that you mention it, Huck was the one who asked me where Johnson was. Hey! Was this your doing?
Who the fuck is Huck again? That's a vicious lie. You're the one caught with an empty sheet. And now you're trying to pin this on me?
Huck, why did you send Marlowe after him? Did you know what he was doing? Or did you put him up to it? Johnson didn't know a thing about electrical systems. Someone gave him the tools, told him what to do. Let's see if the copper wire in his hand matches the spool in your toolkit. That should clear things up, shouldn't it?
Huck goes perfectly still. A tremor runs through him, and his gaze snaps involuntarily to the toolkit at his hip. Uh-oh. Your actions, mister, is becoming more and more sus. In the breathless silence that follows, Manfest carefully clears his throat, the sound cutting through the tension.
Perhaps a suggestion. While we cannot ascertain the true culprit at this moment, might I propose that Marlowe and Huck surrender their weapons first?
A good idea. What about Casey?
A reasonable proposal. Please hand over your weapons.
Marlowe's glare is sharp enough to shatter steel. A muscle twitches in his jaw. As with deliberate slowness, he opens his jacket and unbuckles his gun belt. Huck's face bleeds of all color, leaving it a mask of stark fear. Why is he acting like this?
What are you waiting for, Huck?
I told you I didn't kill him. I'm not a murderer. In a flash of motion, Huck wrenches a screwdriver from his belt and hurls himself at Casey, the closest target, shouting frantically, "Oh my god, is it going to be her end?" Fine. Yes, I went to see Johnson. I invested everything in his private fund. I just wanted my money back. I gave him the tools to escape. That's all. The sudden aggression is all the provocation Marlowe needs. His weapon is already raised, his aim steady on Huck.
Drop it, Huck! Now!
Huck, you fool! Killing me won't save you!
I confess, I sold information. I leaked the cryptography department's location. But don't you dare act high and mighty. None of you are clean. You, how many bodies did you climb over to get where you are in the gang? How many families? And you? You twist the truth. You ruin lives with your headlines. And you? You fabricate the grounds to have your own comrades eliminated. Don't any of you see their faces when you close your eyes? His hands jerks violently. The screwdriver flashes, gashing deep into Casey's neck. A torrent of blood immediately streams down her skin. It might be her end, because she seems to be a throwaway character. We're all dead if we stay. Let me go. Let me go, Hilda. Hilda's gaze coolly assesses Huck and the hostage Casey. What if they also are working together? You just cannot trust these people, man. She takes a deliberate step back, seemingly clearing a path. But in that same movement, her hands make a subtle, deliberate gesture meant only for you. Oh?
Huck, think logically. I can let you pass, but you won't survive the journey back to this city.
Oh, when he goes down the stairs. Okay. We're gonna pin him down. Wow. Man, Chief and Hilda can just communicate through, gazes.
Surrender is your best option.
Follow my lead, she says.
Is this how you want to reunite with your family?
3. Cold sweat and Casey's blood smear together as Huck drags her limp form, stumbling toward the stairs. He's focused on his escape. 2. They're using Morse code! Oh! Meanwhile, you're already in position. 1. Strike now. Swiftly, you snatch Marlowe's discarded gun from the floor, but you don't aim at Huck, the dangerous moving target. Instead, you fire at Marlowe. What? Why are we firing at Marlowe? I'm confused. Wait.
Now!
Hilda's shout rings out almost simultaneously with the gunshot. In a split second, Huck is distracted by Marlowe's scream. He explodes into motion, lunging at him. She crosses the short distance like a phantom, her right elbow driving with brutal precision into the soft tissue beneath his ribs. A strangled gasp escapes Huck as his vision tunnels. His grip fails. In one fluid, vicious motion, Hilda wrenches the weapon from his hand, drives a knee into his lower back, and slams him onto the floorboards. The cold, hard kiss of a gun barrel presses against his temple. Wow! Who would have thought that someone that looks so, fragile like Hilda could do all that?
Don't move. One twitch and I'll make you wish you were dead.
Meanwhile, you step calmly past the chaos and send Marlowe's pistol skittering into a distant corner with a precise kick. He clutches his blood-soaked shoulder, glaring up at you with pure venom. But he's too weakened to do anything more. Okay, wait, what am I missing here? Why? Is Marlowe really part of all this? I'm confused. Helene and Manfis stand utterly still, frozen by the lightning-fast reversal. The hall stinks of dust and iron. Johnson's corpse, Casey's grievous injury, Marlowe's bleeding shoulder, and Huck pinned beneath Hilda together. They form a tableau from a nightmare. Hilda kneels on Huck's back, her weapon unwavering. Her breath comes in quick, controlled puffs, but her eyes are razor-sharp. When her gaze flicks to yours, you catch a clear, unmistakable flash of approval. Damn, they could be good partners, methinks. What is this? Poison capsule. This is an exquisitely crafted capsule with a cold metallic sheen, extraordinarily expensive. Johnson used to fiddle with it constantly, as if toying with fate itself. In his eyes, this capsule was no different from the people in this manor, all mere pawns in a grand cynical game. The true nature of war, in the end, is profit and resource acquisition. So-called justice and convictions are merely the packaging used to grant it legitimacy. That is so sad, but that is so accurate. The true nature of war in the end is profit and resource acquisition. Yes. Yes. That is so true. These pawns would never understand. They always believed they were defending something, protecting some noble cause. How laughable. Johnson had calculated the price, calculated the returns. He always fancied himself the strategist, the puppet master pulling the strings. He saw the bigger picture, the deeper meaning, unlike those fools rushing to the battlefield, fueled by empty ideals. Yet for all his calculations, he never figured it out. Which precise move was his mistake? How did the madded pawns manage to turn and devour the chess player? Or perhaps the chess player was merely his own grand delusion, and he was, from the very beginning, just another pitiful pawn himself. That's true. Oh, I think Chief shot Marlowe's shoulder to stop him from killing Hawk. I see. That's why. But still, Marlowe will get pissed off and maybe get his eyes on Chief or get back on Chief later on. That's what I'm afraid of. Partners in interrogation and teamwork growing closer and closer. I know, right? The switched letter. Oh shit, we're back to the letter. After all that intense excitement, daylight gradually bleeds into the sky, yet the gloomy rain refuses to cease. The chaos subsides into a grim aftermath, with Marlowe and Hawk bound and locked away. In the lane, having taken Casey for emergency aid, Hilda dismisses the messenger guard. The hall suddenly feels cavernous and half empty. Wait, they put both Marlowe and Hawk because I think in prison, probably because they think they're still suspicious. That's why. Then you remember the most urgent matter. Your eyes frantically sweep the room, landing just in time to see a slender, feminine hand retrieve the fateful envelope from the shadowy corner. Oh shit. What is written there? I wonder.
Hilda, you forgot this.
Girl, just give it to us. With elegant poise, Helene passes the letter to Hilda. A silent nod, and Hilda opens the envelope once more. Her face is an unreadable mask, giving no hint of the contents. God. Anxiety +1 for Chief. The opportunity to act has slipped away. All you can do is watch, your breath caught in your chest, as her eyes trace the final lines of the document.
It appears the city-state's verification is conclusive, officer. I'm sorry for the previous skepticism.
How did that happen? But we'll take it. Okay, great. Unless it got switched. Who touched it earlier? Was it Helene? Maybe she switched it, but for what reason? I don't understand her motivation. What does she want from Chief?
Now that your identity has been officially confirmed, I must formally apologize to you.
You force your expression to remain neutral, a mask held in place by sheer will. Every muscle in your face fights the shock screaming within. What is happening? How can a letter from a metropole confirm your identity? Your eyes lock onto the envelope in her hand. That's when you see it. A critical detail. This envelope is different from the one you saw in the darkness. The original was grazed by a bullet, causing it to fall. This one is pristine, unmarked. I wonder if Hilda knows though. Did she see? Well, there's no light. There's no light, so possibly Hilda didn't see that it got ripped by a bullet. The letter was switched. But by whom? Exactly my thoughts. Our first suspect is actually Helene, because she's the one who handed it to Hilda. Your heart hammers against your ribs, a frantic drumbeat against the chaos whirling in your mind. You scramble for an explanation, any threads of logic in this sudden turn of events. Meanwhile, Hilda simply folds the response letter and tucks it into her coat. Her movements are unhurried, efficient, as if she's just filed a routine report. The matter for her is now settled. It's over now. The suspicion is over now, right? Right? Unless whoever helped us would, tell Hilda the truth. Then she turns and bows to you with solemn formality.
From this moment, I will no longer entertain any doubt regarding your capabilities or your authority.
Well, good to hear. But I'm still anxious on why that someone switched the freaking letter.
And I must hope that you can find it in yourself to overlook my earlier lack of decorum.
I understand. I won't forgive you. Why would I say that? I don't want to make Hilda angry and more suspicious. So I understand. I understand. Given the circumstances, your caution was warranted. She raises her chin, the ghost of a smile on her lips, yet in the subtle crinkling around her eyes, in the gentle arc of her brows. Her true feelings are quietly revealed. Uh-oh.
In that case, you are free to move about and rest. I will be interrogating Huck and Marlowe, and will inform you at once of any new developments. You may keep Marlowe's firearm. Secure it properly. It will serve you well for self-defense, should you face danger again.
She places a hand over her heart and offers a crisp, formal salute before turning on her heel and striding away. Only then do you exhale tension you've been holding. One hurdle now is cleared, but a critical loose end still hangs in the air, threatening to unravel everything. Fortunately, the solution is clear. You've already pieced it together. Of the handful of the people who touched that letter, the most suspicious by far is that person. I think it's Helene. Oh, there you go. Find Helene.
My skirt will get dirty in this kind of place.
Hilda leaves the hall, leaving you and the others each harboring private agendas to occupy separate corners of the room. You pace casually, using the moment to examine the traces of the attack while plotting how to extract the information you need. Helene may be gone, but the hall itself still holds answers. Oh, okay then. The only clear damage downstairs is near the sofa where you and Hilda took cover. Amid the chaos, a bullet tore through that letter, pinching the scorched edges of the upholstery. You get carbon residue on your fingers. Tracing the trajectory to the wall behind, you find a shallow indentation. Examine the wall. A brief search along that line yields a prize: a slender brass shell casing on the floor. You roll it in your palm, only to find it noticeably smaller than standard military issue. It's consistent with a compact close-range personal defense weapon. Is that Marlowe's weapon, perhaps? Once again, sheep is being saved by hot women. Thank you. Is it possible it's are they I don't know why Helene is helping Chief. I don't know what she is planning, her agenda. That's why I'm quite unsettled. Although she is hot, yes, but I don't know what she wants from the Chief. This changes everything. This casing could be the key to identify the real perpetrator. Right? Casing is there. It seems to be from a handheld weapon. Possibly Marlowe's. Your eyes drift to the central painting. The crystal chandelier washes light over its weathered brush strokes, while the gilded frame remains pristine. To the painting, the attack was as insignificant as spilled brush water, a stark contrast to the agitated humans below. Nothing there, I guess. You scan of Your scan of the room reveals a curious detail. Despite the chaos, there is surprisingly little damage. The only exception is upstairs, where an elegant corridor light is out, apparently struck by a stray bullet. But if the targets were all downstairs, why would fire rates reach that high? That's right, unless the shot was never meant to hit anyone at all. The room plunges into an unnerving silence. The prickle of ice on your back makes you turn, and you immediately locked with that intensely scrutinizing gaze. Do you need something, Miss Nelaine? Just came downstairs and saw you poking around. Got curious, that's all. Working alone doesn't make me suspicious, you know. You give a resigned smile and palm the shell casing, tucking it into your pocket as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Besides, I've got plenty of eyes on me right now. But since you're here, where were you right before the attack? Right. Good question, Chief. No matter the reason or mental state, if the person is hot wife, everything is... That's right. Especially if you're playing Path to Nowhere, yeah. Were you suspecting me? Nelaine frowns, her eyebrows knitting together in clear displeasure at your line of questioning. The power went out right after the blast. I came as soon as I heard. But it was chaos. There was nothing I could do. Damn it. You know what? I think this lady is loyal to Hilda. But that doesn't mean she's not the mole. I'm conflicted. You recall that she did indeed arrive at the scene immediately after the chaos erupted. Since you're here, I take it Casey has been taken care of. When you bring up Casey, Nelaine's face becomes a guarded mask. It takes her a long moment to form a brief, quiet response. Don't tell me she already offed Casey. Casey didn't make it. Oh. And how should we trust you? Did you kill her? Or did you actually try to save her? Is it you? Suspicions everywhere, man. What? Casey was the head of the Tomorrow Post. In the earlier chaos, Hawk took her hostage and critically injured her. She fought, but still didn't make it. The number of deaths you've seen since coming here is beyond counting, and you know with cold certainty that more are to come. Yeah, especially if those characters doesn't have a face or a voice. Her injury were too severe. We're trapped here. No way to stop the bleeding. No supplies to fight infection. It's a miracle she held on as long as she did. Okay. It's a sound reasoning, but there's... I don't know. I don't want to take her word for it. Nelaine's tone remains detached, giving you no insight into her true feelings on the matter. That cursed mole, that traitor. Sooner or later, they'll pay for this. Okay. I don't know if that's an act or what. I think the most suspicious one for me is this seemingly harmless professor. Footsteps sound to your right. You swiftly pocket the casing and glance up. On the staircase stands a man who seems to share your skeptical nature. Having finished his inspection of the shattered light in the central painting, he now descends the steps with deliberate slowness. Find anything of note? Anomalous power expert? You simply shrug, holding your hands up in a universal gesture of innocence to show you have nothing to share. No need for such caution, though given our circumstances, keeping your cards close to the chest is likely the wisest course. Manfist approaches and, seemingly out of nowhere, brings up the book you talked about at breakfast. So, you're a reader of the wilderness as well. It seems we have similar taste. Or I think he's questioning why this fool doesn't know about the wilderness. I don't know what's going on in his mind. I imagine you wish to know my whereabouts before the blackout. Skepticism is an admirable quality. Fortunately for me, I was at the scene itself, with no shortage of witnesses. So he got an alibi. Great. If you are truly investigating our mole, I may have some information for you. You weigh Manfis's words, scan the room to confirm you're unobserved, and then lean in to ask. Mr. Manfis, didn't you just say it's unwise to lay all your cards on the table? Manfis looks taken aback, but a strained smile still fills its way to his lips. For those in our line of work, caution is a reflex. But observing you now, I find it highly improbable that you are the mole. Why, gee, thanks. Don't be so quick to leave. There is something I'd like you to have. What? Ah, the lane's gone. Here, take this. From within his coat, Manfis withdraws an object wrapped in a handkerchief and hands it to you. What is this? And also, why doesn't he want Nolaine to see it? Unfolding the cloth, you are stunned to discover a small, sleek handgun. Oh, it's the weapon. Is this... Still holding it through the cloth, you check the gun's caliber. A cold certainty settles in your gut. This is the source of the shell casing you discovered. Do you own this, mister? Or did you find it discarded somewhere? Hi, Orda Maria. Welcome. Welcome. It's a small caliber than standard issue, typical of espionage, easier to conceal, suitable for personal defense. You must have realized it by now. Our attacker was no outsider. This was all a carefully staged performance. Manfis leaves the gun in your possession, offering a casual wave as he departs. Keep it. I have a feeling you may have need of it. The manor has become a rather dangerous place. Wouldn't you agree? Now we got 2 guns. Why did he give it to Chief unless he's the one who used it and he's disposing the weapon to us? I mean, to the Chief. Do take care, my young friend. Oh, hi, Miss Helene. After wrapping the gun in the handkerchief and tucking it into your coat, you head upstairs to find Helene. As you pass your own room, a faint rustling from inside catches your attention. Who? You shove the door open, startling the intruder. The moment she sees it's you, The tension melts away. She leans back against her desk, a look of pure amusement on her face. What's with that look? My, look what the cat dragged in. You seem tense, my dear anomalous power expert. Trouble in paradise? Sneaking around in my room. You took that letter, didn't you? Helene casually rearranges her fluffy shawl and offers a non-committal nod, a gesture that is neither confirmation nor a denial. A hatter has to have her skills. Let's just say I can deliver things from nearly sealed pockets, create a convincing duplicate, and slip it back in, all without missing a beat. Call me paranoid, but I've had my eye on you since yesterday. Oh. Still, even I didn't expect this little secret. Your story isn't exactly adding up, is it? So, officer, if you want it back, you'll have to make it worth my while. Oh, where? Wait, where is this heading? You gave me quite a scare, you know. What do you want? Money? A position? Or something else? She purses her lips in a playful pout, then settles into an alluring stance. Alluring stance, girl! I can't wait! Okay, hi, Rainy, welcome. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year to you. A sly smile touches her lips as she speaks. Where is this heading? I don't mind though. Okay. Oh, you poor straightforward thing. You're thinking too small. I don't want any of that. I want alliance. Oh. It's an alliance. Show your dirty minds someplace else, Chidori, please. You still have your cover as the Metropole's expert. Turning you in gets me nothing, but watching each other's backs? That's how we both get out of this mess alive. And don't worry, I'm no mole. Just a nobody trying to keep her head above water. She's just trying to survive, I see. So, I'll be holding on to this letter for now. Consider it my little insurance policy. Helene glides to your side, bringing her fingertips to her lips, and then gently brushes them against your earlobe. May luck favor us, officer. Damn, hot.
Great! Now a safety beacon can be placed here, too!
Chief just got blackmailed. I know, right? But my meter is like, oh, she's hot. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, my emotions are confused, guys. Help. You head to Helene's room. Oh, we're heading to Helene's room. Cheater in them. Oh, black flags. I like red and black. Okay. Cellar. Wait, why is Helene's room in the cellar? Footsteps echo, swallowed by the oppressive darkness of the tunnel.
Hey, I'm here.
Now.
I saw the signal you hid. Where are you?
In the suffocating quiet, every sound carries. A moment later, a series of sharp metallic taps ring out from the pipes within the walls. Now that is scary.
Fuck. Always with the games.
This reminds me of that scene in Shin's Eternal Nightmare. It gives me the creeps. It's okay, Chidori. Hot woman, I hear it messes with your head. This thought is hard to connect. Exactly. Especially at 1 a.m. Yeah. My head is just it's not right. I'm not right in the head right now. Swallowing his frustration, he raises his own fist and begins to answer in kind, rapping a sequence against the pipe. Oh, it's a code.
Yes, spies come in many varieties. The most common are local assets, people living ordinary lives, only activated when needed. Then there are the infiltrators, planted into specific departments. They require an elaborate cover and a full support system to maintain. A man like Marlowe is what we call deep cover. Do you have any idea what it cost him? How many people he had to kill to earn his place in that gang?
With a slight sway, Helene sets her glass down and leans into your space, her movements softened by drink.
So yes, he's a bad person. I'm hardly surprised.
Yeah, hardly surprised also because of the way he looks. With a subtle shift of your weight, you evade her touch. Why, Chief? Your face betrays nothing. Sounds like you really hate him.
Of course. Isn't he the one who made me who I am today?
Oh, wait. Do you have a backstory with Marlowe? As if catching her own loss of composure, she grabs the wine bottle and shakes it. Nothing sloshes inside. It is empty.
Talking with you is so refreshing, officer. I'll go fetch another bottle.
Damn, Chief is really raising up everyone she meets. She sways to her feet, but her movement freezes mid-step. Her attention seized by something beyond the window.
Hey, what's that?
It's not a ghost, is it? What?
Look! Is the annex on fire?
Oh my. It appears so. But in this downpour, and given the manor's brick and stone construction, it should have considerable fire resistance.
Don't tell me the guard that was in the cellar earlier started a fire with whoever he's talking to. Or he's a meeting, I mean.
No, that's the depot with the fuel reserves.
Oh shit. Oh god, another explosion. A thunderous explosion tears through the air outside the window. Gunpowder, oil barrels, it's impossible to tell. The shockwave is a physical force, slamming through the main building and hurling objects to the floor. Before the deafening roar has even faded, a wave of heat and light follows. Flames surge, and thick, billowing smoke immediately begins to choke the air, rolling relentlessly toward the main building.
Not again. Guards! Where are the guards? Open this door at once. Let us out. This whole place could go up.
They're gone. They locked us in. Manfizz screams, throwing his weight against the locked door in a frenzy. Then, a second blast erupts directly beneath your feet. This is another attack, more brutal and dangerous than anything from this morning.
Everyone stay calm. The attack is currently confined to the annex. Reinforcements have been dispatched. All main hall personnel, follow us to the shelter immediately.
I don't trust this dude. We just saw him in the cellar earlier.
That freaking mole! This time you won't get away!
With an angry roar, Nalene charges through the doorway and into the smoke. Helene's hand finds yours, her grip tight with panic. Help Nalene fight the fire, go upstairs to protect Hilda, escape with Helene! I'm tempted with escape with Helene. I think we're both gonna die, but okay. Escape with Helene. Chief must release pheromones to attract women. That's the only that's possible. She keeps on raising up anyone she meets. You grip Helene's hand tightly as you both follow the guard, evacuating toward the far end of the manor.
Where are we going?
Stop talking and keep up.
The world shudders without cease, and soon the thick, choking smoke swallows the entire corridor. I think we're gonna suffocate because of this fucking smoke. The relentless thunder of explosions confirms it. The main building is rigged to blow. Helene's hand is a vice of terror in yours, her nails biting into your palm. Her progress is hobbled by her heels. The faint shapes of the group ahead gradually vanish into the gloom as the two of you stumbles through the hellscape of crumbling stone. Girl, can you please remove your heels so you could run faster? Now is the moment. This is the perfect cover to steal the deadly letter from her grasp. Trip Helene, pretend to be injured. Should we play evil here? Okay, I will trip Helene. I'm sorry, girl. I need that fucking letter. Helene lets out a scream as she loses her balance and falls heavily to the ground. Helene! Chief, you are such a good fucking actor. You quickly bend down and steady her.
My ankle. It hurts. It hurts so bad.
You look up. The others are gone. You've been left behind. Behind you, the tremor of the explosion rolls closer, followed by a wall of thick black smoke. The fires glow, licks at the chaos, inching nearer.
Hey! Are you both alright?
Through the choking smoke, the guard's silhouette turns back toward you. There's no time to think. You haul Helene over your shoulder and burst into the nearest room. Well, shit. It's the fucking interrogation room.
What's all this about? Why bring me in here?
Chief. Are we going to see Chief's cold, calculating side in this? It's safer. We can shelter here for a while. You help Helene into the interrogation chair, her ankle swollen and useless. But that's not enough. Once she's seated, you move to the next necessary step, fastening the restraints that binds her wrists to the chair. Chief, what are you doing? This doesn't feel like Chief at all. But I'm kinda into this. Yeah, strapping in a hot lady on an interrogation chair. Great.
Officer, really? An interrogation now? What could I have possibly done to raise your suspicions?
The thing is, you got that letter as your insurance, right? We need to burn it or maybe kill you with it. She gazes at you, her eyes slowly filling with tears.
Or is this about that letter?
It's about the letter, honey.
What will you do after you get it? Kill me?
Do you think Chief is capable of killing her? Oh, what's with that silence? Her tears leave you frozen for a moment. Great, there's hesitation with Chief. Indeed, the path is clear. Interrogate Helene, seize the letter, and if needed, silence her forever. Your secret demands it. But is that who you are? Can you truly cross that line? Exactly my thoughts. It doesn't feel like Chief at all. In that single heartbeat of doubt. Great. We're dead. Holy fuck. This lady is not a weakling. A crimson line etches the air. understanding arrives a moment too late. A strange weakness floods your body, the room lurching into a dizzying spiral. Your knees buckle. In the moment of your collapse, you see Helene calmly repositioning herself in the chair. The restraints were already undone, a fact you failed to notice. Now, a bloodied blade in a white envelope dances between her fingers. A macabre performance stage just for you.
I'd planned to keep using you for a bit longer.
Man!
You just had to go and spoil my plans, didn't you?
And here I thought we could actually kind of act not like the chief. Oh well. My plans are ruined too. Karma is a Helene, exactly.
Promise me, never underestimate the Hatter's fingers again. All right?
Yes, ma'am. I won't underestimate you next time. God damn it. I was actually trying to find a way out of everything, and it led me to my untimely death. Great. Wait, can I want to see these endings real quick. Okay. Go upstairs to protect Hilda. You go with Manfist and the others. I'll find Hilda. You wrench your hand from Helene's grasp without a second thought, racing up the stairs until you skid to a halt outside Hilda's door. The corridor is a tunnel of fire, deserted and choked with swirling smoke. You pound on the door, only to hear no answer. Instead, from within, you hear the unmistakable metallic click of a gun being cocked. Hey, it's us! Will she shoot? Instincts scream that something is terribly wrong. You retreat, slipping cautiously into your own room next door. Hatters are good with their fingers. Wink wink. Yeah, got it. Yes. Definitely will remember that. Uh-huh. You make straight for the study, your fingers finding the hidden switch with practiced ease. The wall opens, revealing the secret passage. What in the... The narrow passage is illuminated by ghostly fluorescent arrows. In their eerie glow, you see a chaos of footprints scuffing the dust, and the air hangs thick with the acrid sting of gun smoke. There's been a fire... there's been a... Was there a battle here? A cold dread grips you. You plunge forward, racing toward Hilda's room. Please be okay.
Who's
Oh no.
there?
Is she badly injured? The room is a charnel house, choked with thick smoke and dancing flames. Several guards litter the floor, their blood mingling in dark, spreading pools. A brutal gunfight has painted the scene with violence. Oh my god. Don't tell me the guards went against Hilda. And it seems like Mania is corrupting her right now. And there is Hilda. She lies on the cold floor, most of her clothing saturated with blood. Below her throat, a ghastly wound leaks crimson. Viscous fluid. Every shallow, wet breath she takes bubbles horrifically. Oh my god, holy shit. She got shot on her throat. Oh my god. Yet, her gun is still clenched in her fist. aimed shakily at the door. Hilda! You crashed to your knees beside her, pressing torn cloth hard against the wound. Blood instantly soaks through, hot and relentless against your fingers. You can feel her life slipping away, like an unstoppable tide receding. Man, we were fucking late!
I hear... Officer... Is that you?
Oh
The
no.
lights... have all gone out.
Oh no, she cannot see anything anymore. She's dying, man.
Listen. They found the secret passage behind the wardrobe. In the manor. That gun from before. Keep it close. When the time comes, don't hesitate.
And she's already dying, but she's still thinking about the chief's survival. Stop talking. I'll find something to stop the bleeding. She tries to lift a hand to stop you, but the gesture dies as a feeble twitch.
Don't. It's already too late. Never thought you'd be the one with me. Not bad. Could have been much worse.
With a final monumental effort, the one hand she can still move finds your collar and clutches it. What are you trying to tell me? A small key rests on her palm, radiating a stark silver light. Without ceremony, she presses it firmly into your hand and gestures toward the monolith. Your gaze finds the device behind her. Its dark surface is broken only by a single prominent lock. Even now, the machine stands like death itself, cold and ruthless in the room's center. You fit the key into the lock. The casing clicks open, revealing a breathtakingly complex web of multifaceted circuitry. Hilda points directly to the core component. Her silent command clear. Take it. It could have been Edward, right? He doesn't want that either, I think. This is the fatal shot. The bullet shattered her brooch, robbing it of its full velocity, but still drove deep into her chest. It didn't exit. It lodged itself inside her. Now, with every ragged breath, she pumps more blood into the cavity of her own body. Saving her is impossible. Her lungs have been fucking raptured. Holy fuck. She knows it. The fight has already left her eyes.
The monolith isn't finished, but the remaining data is enough for the city. State's researchers.
Hilda's voice is a threadbare whisper, each word strained through a bloody froth.
I entrust you with the spark beneath the monolith.
Her voice is a fading whisper, but as your fingers close around the unfinished monolith she entrusted to you, your own resolve hardens into something cold and sharp. For all this time, that cipher strip has been an unbreakable lock. You've tried every method, every key to no avail. But now you hold the key to the monolith itself. If this creation of Hilda's can truly decode any cipher, there's no time for sentiment. No time to wait for a natural end. With swift, deliberate movements, you take out the cipher strip and slide it into the monolith's waiting slot. Hilda's eyes widen in utter disbelief. What's in there? The facade crumbles. In a final desperate act, her trembling fingers reach for you, not with strength, but with a plea. But the monolith's work is already done. One by one, the encoded strip unspools into stark, undeniable truth, laying bare the reality she has been so desperate to bury. What? Is this the truth of her past, perhaps? June 7, the lockdown directive came in. Cut water and power. I checked the coordinates 3 times. They were targeting civilian sectors. I reported it. The response was just to follow orders. This operation resulted in 11 casualties. I'm writing their names here. I have to. June 9th, filed the raid report. Operation successful. Another list of names to record. August 11, sent the preliminary mole report. 15 traitors purged. They were our own. The real mole is still out there. I questioned it. Got reprimanded again. Obey orders. Fulfill your duty. Don't concern yourself with anything else. Duty, they say. Duty. But is my duty really to relay death warrants and watch innocent people die? September 21. Orders to transport real medical supplies. No cover story this time. Good. For once, that's a relief. October 2. Another operation against civilians. I objected. My first time in solitary. I regret it. Not for speaking up, but because I'll be stuck here for days. How much intel will I miss, man? October 10, out of confinement. October 20, a major error happened today. Maybe my hand still isn't steady from the injury. I pressed too hard, smudged the coordinates on the translation. The strike missed by 5 degrees, hit nothing but dirt. No casualties. Our operation failed, and I felt happy. I think I'm losing it. She's so tired of targeting civilians, man. Your consciousness is slipping away as you clutch the decoded text tightly. Emotion surge within you. So this is it. What she has been hiding all along is a loyalty shattered and remade, not by blind obedience, but by conscience. Seeing her secret laid bare, Hilda's dying face contorts in despair, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. She doesn't know who you truly are. She believes the cold machinery of the city-state has uncovered her heart. But your answer is to clasp her hand firmly in your own. The darkness presses in, a physical weight. Each breath is a struggle, a shallow gasp in the encroaching void. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. I'll get you. Get both of us out of here. Death is not the end. Yeah, but I fucking feel bad, man. It's kind of messed up that Chief did that in front of her in this bad ending. Hilda didn't want her to see. But at least we get to see her heart. The things she has been holding back all this time. Her fucking conscience. Wait, I'm curious with this. Or should we... Okay, we'll go with this first and then we'll go on this route later. Help Nulain fight the fire. If the mole orchestrated both explosions, then the blasts themselves were just a means to an end. The real clues, perhaps even the mole itself, were still on site. You wrench your hand from Helene's grip and sprints after Nulain through the doorway.
What the hell are you doing here? Desk jockeys like you will just get in my way.
With a flash of movement, she pulverizes a falling slab with a powerful kick, clearing the path. In the same instant, she seizes your arm, yanks you back from danger, and shoves you forcefully into the safety of the adjacent area. So she's a good person, perhaps? She's trying to save Chief. Are you trying to destroy evidence?
Fine. If you've got a death wish, then follow me.
Nulain's figure vanishes into the inferno. With a grit of your teeth, you plunge after her. The world is smoke and chaos. The blast's aftermath stings your eye, and the floor shudders with a rumble of fresh explosions nearby. A muffled, sickening sound. Through the swirling ash, you see Nulain's silhouette buckle and vanish into the gloom. Oh my god! Nulain got fucking assassinated! Can we actually see the face of the mole? Oh well, I guess not. A second muffled sound. This one searing, personal. White-hot agony erupts in your abdomen. You glance down, dumbstruck, as a dark stain blooms rapidly across your clothes. Your hands fumbles to stem the warm, slick flow, but your strength is already draining away. The world tilts, your vision blurring at the edges. Through the dancing firelight, a mysterious silhouette solidifies. It calmly raises a firearm, centering it on your failing form. We can't see the face, man.
Long live this city!
Oh my god! Is this the mole? It's one of the guards, isn't it? But I don't think a faceless person is the root cause of everything in this event. I mean, the mole. Wait, let's go with this. Okay. Find Hilda. Once the attack begins, it will be too late. You must find her immediately. To avoid raising any alarms, you calmly walk straight to your room. The switch for the secret passage should be right around here. The walls within are coated in ghostly fluorescent paint. You drop to a crouch. The floor is bare. No footprints. They know about the passage, but they haven't come through. You've beaten them here. There's still time. Inside, heavy velvet curtains mute the unrelenting storm and the chaos down in the hall, creating an island of tense silence. Hilda is hunched over her desk, her entire focus locked on the monolith prototype. It'll be a major plot twist if someone without a face or voice were the final boss. Exactly. That's why maybe that guard is working closely with the mole.
Do you need something, officer?
There's going to be a real attack. I just got the word. There's an attack coming in 20 minutes. I think all the guards are in on it. Their plan is to storm the manor, kill everyone, and take the monolith. We need to get ready now. Okay. We went back to the part where the explosion haven't happened yet. Okay, great. And we went immediately straight to Hilda. Okay. She doesn't immediately accept her story, but she doesn't reject it out of hand either.
What's your source?
You cross the room to Hilda's wardrobe. Fling the doors open, and with a new practice motion, pry away the false back panel. A yawning, pitch-black passage is revealed. Within the darkness, a series of faint fluorescent marks hover in the air. When you look at Hilda, her face is a mask of shock.
Did you just say the guards?
Mm-hmm. Think about it. If you could use them to stage a fake attack, why couldn't the mole use them to launch a real one? The light catches half her face, revealing a stern profile. The faint smile is gone. Her lips, now a tight, severe line.
How much do you know?
You take a deep breath and reveal what you've discovered. Don't tell me the first attack was actually Hilda's doing. But the second one is the mole's. I did not fucking catch that. The attack used non-lethal rounds. They deliberately avoided any angles that could cause casualties. With that much gunfire, we didn't have a single injury, and it was just subdued. That's not believable. It was more like an elaborate fireworks show, designed to create an illusion of chaos. Looking back now, certain details seems a little too convenient. You knew Johnson had connections with a few here, so you loosened security around him to draw the mole out. But you never expected it would involve innocent people, that it would lead to real casualties. Finally, Hilda turns to you. Her movement is deliberate, unhurried. When her eyes meet yours, there is not a trace of hesitation in her gaze.
Johnson's death was necessary. His actions alone warranted execution 100 times over. He was the most obvious, weakest link in the mole's network. His stupidity and fear were a liability. I just made use of his corpse. It was an efficient way to flush out potential traitors. Nothing more.
Is that so? But I don't think that's who you are. As you speak, you produce a roll of cipher paper, flashing it in her direction before placing it down on the table. A flicker of naked panic in Hilda's gaze, swiftly mastered. She assesses you, the evidence, and the stakes in a heartbeat. The pretense is over. Now, she might as well hear you out before resorting to more permanent solutions. You hate manufactured sacrifices. You despise involving civilians. You're loyal to the city-state, but you question its orders. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you'd already altered classified documents given the chance. You have your pride. You only eliminate targets you deem deserving. So admit it. Casey's death was never part of your design. It's a flaw in your otherwise perfect plan. And I was angry. You knew who I was and still kept me in the dark. You used me just like you used everyone else. If I hadn't been quick on my feet, I could have ended up like Casey. Seeing her lips tighten involuntarily, you soften your tone. I'm not turning you in. Not now anyway. I believe that even in a war, we need a line we don't cross. A sense of what's right. But I will say this. One person can only do so much. If we had worked together from the start, maybe we could have avoided this tragedy. At this point, her agitation suddenly stills. A calculated silence hangs in the air before she breaks it. Her voice now measured and clear.
To be honest, I never expected you to show up here. And you saw through my scheme far quicker than I projected. You could have remained silent, or you could have moved against me in the chaos. Yet, you chose to help me.
Your proposal for an alliance hangs in the air. She meets it with not with acceptance, but with a steely knowing look, seamlessly pivoting to lay out her own shrewd assessment of the situation.
This shows that despite your anger, you've made the most rational choice. Aside from me, you trust no one else here. I remain your only viable ally.
Great. Does that mean her affinity with us is increasing? I hope so. Her words leave you utterly speechless. She is right. The truth is, she isn't in your power. She's your only reliable ally. Any advantage you seemingly hold is purely theoretical. In seeing this, both of you have proven yourselves a step ahead of Helene. Having laid her cards on the table, Hilda extends her hand. Time has taught you to decipher the subtle language behind her icy composure, and now, in her eyes, you see not just calm assessment and approval, but a faint, genuine glimmer of joy.
Thank you for your honesty, and for your fair judgment.
Hi, Ethan. Welcome. Yeah, good morning. Good morning to you.
You have my word. I will not act unilaterally like that again. So, let us table the discussion of my methods and your objections to them. For now, we need a plan for the very real attack that is coming. That, after all, is the immediate priority.
The affinity bar is definitely high right now. Yeah, she even smiled. I don't want to say we got her, but we still need a little more push. You scout passage behind the wardrobe again, calculating that a strike team of 3 or 4 will likely use it as a point of entry. Any more than that, and the front door remains their primary breach point. With quiet efficiency, Hilda arranges a decoy from clothes and pillows before the desk, then directs you to use the furniture as concealment. You've trusted no one else with this plan. The mole is still out there, and a single leak could be fatal. And so, time passes quickly. The expected explosion comes rocking the annex building. Memphis's flustered shout echoes from below, immediately drowned out by the front door splintering open and the thunderous stampede of combat boots on the stairs. Almost in sync with the assault on the door, you hear hurried, chaotic footsteps echoing from the depths of the wardrobe passage. They're here. The room's door is kicked open with a violent crash. A storm of gunfire erupts instantly, shredding Hilda's decoy into a cloud of fabric and stuffing in a matter of seconds. As the gun smoke clears, the soldier's grim realization dawns. They've been lured into a kill box, but the realization comes a heartbeat too late. Are we going to shoot them? Let's go!
No!
Hilda's shots are precise, shattering wrists and sending guns clattering to the floor. Yet even with their hands broken, the guards charge forward, eyes bloodshot with frenzy. There's no choice left. The last remaining survivor makes a desperate move, raising his hand to bite down on something hidden in his sleeve.
Stop him! He's got a poison pill! We need him alive!
Prevent him from swallowing it. You lunge forward, locking your hands around his throat and squeezing until his eyes roll back. He collapses to the floor, out cold. Damn, Chief! Who would have thought I'd see that day when Chief would strangle someone? Holy shit. Well, at least that dude is still alive. A quick pat down reveals the poison pill. You pry it from his clothes and toss it aside. Rapid footsteps approach from outside the door. Are these...
Heard gunshots! You two in one piece?
Okay. It's just Marlowe.
We're fine. What's happening with the fire outside?
No idea, but you're safe. That's what counts. Those guards are all traitorous scum anyway. I'll go kill...
As he speaks, he bends down to retrieve the guns dropped by the two guards. At this moment, you decide, no, not again! Let him take the gun. Stop him from taking gun. Do we trust Marlowe? It seems like for Hilda, he's trustworthy. I don't know. Let him take the guns. Are we going to die?
Appreciate it.
Well, he came first to our rescue, so I assume he's on our side. Chief is strong, which makes sense after everything she's been through. Yeah, Chief got B+. What was that? Is it strength? Is that strength, right? B+. I trust Marlowe's finger. We trust Marlowe's fingers. Yes. He strides out, a submachine gun in each hand, and a small arsenal strapped to his body, radiating an aura of pure predatory menace. Thank God he's on our side. Moments later, the staccato roar of gunfire erupts from the corridor, punctuated by agonized screams that are swiftly cut short.
No need to worry. Marlowe will take care of it.
See? Hilda really seems to trust Marlowe. I think that the two people Hilda trusts here is one Marlowe and the other one is the short-haired girl. I forgot her name. Hilda deftly reloads her weapon.
These guards, including Shane, were all assigned from the city-state headquarters by the intelligence leadership.
What? Nalain, thank you for that. Yeah, I think the two of them are the most trustworthy. Plus Chief. Yeah, plus Chief. That is sus. The guards, including Shane, were all assigned by the city-state headquarters by the intelligence leadership. That is so sus. Unless there's really no more. And the city-state just wants to get rid of Hilda because she knows too much. I don't know. That's just a theory in my head.
As for who is really pulling their strings, we will find out during the interrogation. Let's go. We'll take him to the interrogation room first.
Great! Wait. Wait. I want to see the bad end here. Oh. I don't want to trip lead anymore because that's going to lead to our death. This would probably pretend to be injured. This will lead to our death. I wonder how would healing kill us this time. You feign an injury, dropping to the ground, but your plan backfires instantly. Helene directly trips over your body and stumbles past. The sharp point of her heel digs viciously into your side. You hear a sickening crack as your ribs protest. Internal bleeding, probably. What the fuck? This feels like a stupid death. Pretend to be injured and then Helene's trips on Chief and got stabbed by her heels. Great.
My goodness, are you all right?
It's a high heel death, right? Her voice is frantic. She crouches down, her hands fluttering over your body as you gasp, fighting for air. Just then... Helene collapses. No cry, no final word. Just a silent, heavy thud against the floor. What the fuck? She got eliminated also! Holy shit. I thought she's the one who's going to kill the chief again. You clutch the searing pain in your chest. The thick, acrid smoke and blooming flames swarm your vision. Through the shimmering inferno, a dark silhouette stands firm, raising a gun toward you. Oh shit.
Long live this city!
Oh, it's the same guard, the one who killed us when we followed Nulain. Oh, goodbye world. Ow, shadow return. Nice to see though. Okay, let's see what will happen. Wait. We'll do this later. Let's see what will happen if we choose not to give the guns to Marlowe. Stop him from taking the guns. Marlowe's intentions are still a mystery. It's better to play it safe and keep the guns out of his hands for now.
The hell are you doing? Give me those guns now, or I'll.
Well, great.
You fucking.
He's dead. Oh. The moment Marlowe hits the floor, a staccato rhythm of frantic footsteps echoes down the corridor, closing and fast. What's the holdup? Are they dealt with or not? No survivors. Take the shot. Great. If you don't trust Marlowe, it ends in death. I see. Yeah, yeah, paranoia indeed. That's right. Good thing we chose to trust Marlowe earlier. She did the same thing we did to her. She tripped us with a heel and pretended not to see, just like we tripped her and pretended it wasn't. Oh my god, you're right. But it feels like she accidentally, Helene accidentally stabbed the chief with her heels because she was so worried earlier. The city-state will not forget you. That sounds fucking ominous. The last of the flames sputters and dies, and with them, the sounds of Marlowe's massacre fall silent. Wow, Marlowe is good. Yeah, this feel like an accident more than purposely if she came back for Chief, right? She was really worried until she got shot by a guard. In the hazy, smoke-choked aftermath, you follow Hilda through the dim corridors. The acrid stench of burning saturating the air. She leads you to the hall that has been utterly transformed into a scene of chaos. Is Nulain alive? Maybe she is, because Marlowe already got rid of the guards. Here the survivors have gathered. Nulain crouches by the doorway, a gun hanging limply in her hand. She stares with profound shock at the dozen of corpses littering the floor. Thank goodness she's okay.
Freaking hell. That was brutal.
Before the sprawl of corpses, Marlowe sits on the sofa, a god of slaughter soaked in blood.
Report, ma'am. All 29 security guards who are disguised traitors have been eliminated.
Wow. 29 versus 1 man. He's amazing. Is he okay,
that old dog Huck tried to slip away in the chaos. I put him down with one shot, too.
Oh, the faceless Hawk is also dead. Okay. So that only leaves Marlowe, Nulain, Chief, and I forgot the old man's name. The professor. Manfis. And Manfis, thank you. Marlowe is aura farming. I know, right? He's like Rambo with 2 SMGs on his hand.
Not sure if the actual mole was among them, but if you interrogate that survivor, you'll get something useful.
His hand trembles as he fumbles for his cigarette, but his strength is gone. His fingers betray him, and it tumbles from his grasp unlit.
You idiot! Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Wait, I forgot about Helene. Hi, Classic. Welcome. I forgot about Helene. So that leaves Memphis, Helene, Marlowe, Nolaine, Chief, and Hilda. Okay. All the faceless NPCs are gone. Now only the important ones remain. Yeah, the voiced ones remain. With reddened eyes, Helene sits down beside him and lights the cigarette for him. I thought they were not in good terms.
After all this time, never learned to do anything but kill. Guess you could call it playing to my strengths. I've spent half my life killing. My hands are stained. The soul is stained. Can't wash it clean. When I die, hell's the only place that'll have me. Hilda, I've always been on the level. The ones I didn't kill, I didn't. The ones I did, I own up to everyone. Remember this. I'm not the mole. I never betrayed the city-state.
Heck, wait, is he dying? Holy fuck.
I know. Why else would I have untied you?
Good. Looks like this was part of your plan too. That's good. That's good. Among Us. As long as you stay on the right path, everything's fine.
His voice grows faint, dies away, and in the void it leaves behind, a new one arises, the soft, unmistakable sound of someone reciting poetry.
Fate.
Ah, fate, you blind thrower of dice, casting us onto fields shrouded in war. Young hearts, once flowing freely like spring waters, now bewildered, trembling beneath iron hooves. The future is a wasteland veiled in mist, a deafened horn, a silent summon. To voyage without a map, how treacherous. The destination, perhaps just an unsealed coffin. That is so fucking sad. Yeah, salute to Marlowe. He sacrificed so that we will live. And it really feels like it's all according to Hilda's plan, man. Isn't that sad? Who wrote this? Whoever wrote this has depression, man. Although it's a beautiful poetry. Ah, fate, you blind thrower of dice, casting us onto fields shrouded in war. Young hearts, once flowing freely like spring waters, now bewildered, trembling beneath iron hooves. The future is a wasteland veiled in mist, a deafening horn, a silent summon. To voyage without a map, how treacherous. The destination, perhaps just an unsealed coffin. Man. Hilda gently closes his eyes.
Rest in peace now, Marlowe. The city-state will not forget you.
No, we will not forget Marlowe. Man, spy pistol. A standard issue spy pistol. It is utterly unremarkable in every way, yet it's reliability is its greatest virtue. Man. This is a standard issue spy pistol, unremarkable in design and even cheap looking. But when it comes down to it, a gun is a gun. It isn't Marlowe's favorite. Such an ordinary piece is a poor match for his uninhibited style. Still, any pistol is lethal in right hands. As the rain pours down, 20 enemies close in. Marlowe's gun holds only 12 bullets. His fingers tighten around the grip. A savage grin cuts across his face, and he charges straight into the fray. Man, he charges straight to his death. Man. The metropoles and their satellite towns. A metallic clang echoes through the room as the door swings open. The soldier chained to the interrogation chair lifts his head. You recognize him. It's the messenger from this morning. Now, you have a name to put to the face. Shane Alves. He's a frontline soldier dispatched directly by the metropoles from White Sands with a single objective: to ensure the smooth development of Monolith.
Shane Alves. Let's drop the act. Tell us who you really are, and who you're working for.
He shoots a defiant glare at Hilda. Then his eyes flick to you, feigning busy work with your notes. A contemptuous snort is his only reply. Did he read the message? The original message? From the metropoles, I wonder?
In your dreams. I'm not saying a damn thing.
Is that so? Then take a look at this.
With a stern expression, Hilda places several photos in front of him, informing him that his operation has completely failed and all his teammates have been eliminated.
Damn you!
A wave of crimson fury sweeps up Shane's neck and floods his face. His eyes bulge with uncontainable rage, and he unleashes a blistering tirade, his words devolving into a coarse, incomprehensible outland language. Hilda waits, a statue of patience, until his rage spends itself on the sterile room air. Only then does she utter a single soft word, a city-state name you don't recognize.
How did you know?
Language gives you away. You slip back into it when you're emotionally charged.
Hilda speaks softly, as if stirred by personal memory.
I remember that city-state. Your people needed hypercubes and requested aid from the metropoles. After the agreement was signed, it became a subordinate city to surveil. That was over a decade ago.
A sharp, manic laugh is torn from Shane's throat, his shoulder heaving with the violence of it. It's the laugh of a man who has just heard the world's most cruel joke, a sound utterly devoid of warmth, sharpened to a fine edge by pure hatred.
Yeah, you helped us back then. But how long are we supposed to pay that debt? 10 years? 20? For the rest of our damn lives? We grow the finest wheat in all of White Sands. But the moment we signed that deal, we lost all say in the price. Every industry we try to build, we have to kneel and ask the metropoles for permission.
What in the actual fuck? You can grow wheat in the White Sands? And also, that's a nasty... nasty, nasty trade deal with the metropoles.
A whole decade gone, and we've got nothing to show for it but wheat. No industry, no development, no future. You use hypercube rations to keep us on a leash, forcing us to be nothing but your farmers!
This is the inevitable fate of any city-state drained by a metropole. The more one-dimensional its industry, the more anemic it becomes, until it is reduced to a mere blood bag, tethered to its master and forever unable to stand on its own. Faced with this fate, revolutionary upheaval or slow death by bleeding, it's no wonder they become what the authorities label separatist. Well, that happens if people are suffering in the country. That's what you get if you try to stifle people. And I guess that would lead to the eventual downfall of the metropole's grip in the city. Hilda must understand this on a visceral level. As you watch her, you see her fist clench, her words becoming rigid and forced as she speaks.
The metropole system has its flaws, but it remains the most effective way for human civilization to survive against the catastrophes.
Where have I heard that before? That kind of sounds like Edge. The system is flawed with Edge, but it is the most effective way for human civilization to survive against the catastrophe. Man, after all these years, humans just keeps on repeating the same mistakes, I think. Shane spits forcefully on the ground.
Keep lying to yourself. We believed that too at first. But what did we get? Half our harvest is taken as tribute. Our children who go to the metropoles never come back. Wheat prices get worse every year. And if we have a few...
That's impossible. Hypercube allocations for satellite towns are non-negotiable. No one has the authority to reduce them. Where did you hear such lies?
Heck, wait, let's repeat that. I accidentally pressed.
We believed that too at first. But what did we get? Half our harvest is taken as tribute. Our children who go to the metropoles never come back. Wheat prices get worse every year. And if we have a few bad harvests from disasters, they even cut our hypercube rations the next year!
That's impossible. Hypercube allocations for satellite towns are non-negotiable. No one has the authority to reduce them. Where did you hear such lies?
Man, I think there is corruption going on in here. The poor people on the top probably are cutting the hypercube rations, and the metropoles just look away and doesn't bother to fix it. Who knew that the edging is the most effective way to survive? Right. A violent wheezing laugh erupts from Shane. His chest heaves with effort, each breath a ragged rasp like a torn bellow. Yet, cutting through that grating sound, his voice is laced with a terrifying, unmistakable excitement.
Lies? If they were just lies, your parents wouldn't have had to run, would they?
Hilda's expression instantly turns cold.
You. What else do you know?
Shane lifts his head, a defiant and twisted smile creeping across his face.
That person was right about you. This gets under your skin, doesn't it? You're dying to know more. Fine. I'll tell you. 10 years ago, a man from Metropole came to my hometown. Said he was secretly researching the real conditions of satellite towns under the Metropole system. What a dedicated guy. He spent months visiting over a dozen towns like ours. Promised us his wife was a counselor who could definitely bring our situation to the higher-ups.
Oh shit, don't tell me. That's Hilda's dad.
He wrote a long report detailing all the flaws and dangers of the Metropole system. Warned that both this city and the satellite towns were sitting on a powder keg ready to blow. Then, well, you know what happened? He got an arrest warrant. Branded a traitor. Until there was no place left for him in the Metropole.
Holy shit. No wonder. No wonder they fled. But why didn't they manage to get Hilda out also?
Enough.
Hilda lunges at her feet, sensing the damning words about to leave Shane's lips. But his voice explodes over hers. A roar of raw defiance that drowns her out.
So they went to this city and personally lit the fuse!
Ah? A spasm of agony seizes him, twisting his facial nerves. The manic triumph in his smile warps, contorting into a terrifying, grotesque mask.
They started the war! And their daughter, the one they had to leave behind, got brainwashed into becoming the Metropole's most obedient, most loyal dog!
I said, that's enough!
How true is all of that, though? Does Hilda know? Hilda's voice shakes with a low, chilling menace that seems to darken the very air.
Believe what you want. Either way, you've only got two choices. Believe your parents were real traitors, or admit the Metropoles are actually a rotting pile of garbage.
I'll go with a sec. Admit the Metropoles are actually a rotting pile of garbage.
This city's the only one who got the spine to resist being swallowed whole by you people all this time.
A gleam of undisguised reverence shines in Shane's eyes, the same fanatical gleam Hilda has seen in far more repulsive things.
You call that spine? This city abuses hypercubes to warp the anomalous power and distort life itself, turning soldiers, even infected civilians, into monsters, neither human nor beast, then throwing them onto the battlefield.
Man, it feels like the pot calling the kettle black. Wake up, Hilda. Is that really what you believe?
Even if they win, what kind of twisted victory is that?
They got a point, though.
You made us do it! Don't forget the Nirvana massacre. You fucking bastards have no right to judge anyone! The Metropole should have fallen long ago. You people, rotten to the core! Just wait to be slaughtered by this city!
It's kind of sad to see this because it feels like this city is turning into another metropole. Man, well, hopefully things will get better. He descends into a manic laughter, vomiting fresh blood with every gasp. Stop him! He's trying to bite his tongue!
Don't you dare die!
With lightning speed, Hilda lunges forward and seizes Shane's jaw, her grip brutal and final.
Who organized your group? Who gave you the intel on the secret passages?
As her own emotions surge, a flash of mania responds. Black spike-like shards erupt through her gloves, piercing deep into his jaw. Instantly, the dark sludge recognizes a host. It surges into the wound, a torrent of living shadow rushing down his throat. Oh no!
No!
Hilda recoils, snatching her hand back as if burned, but the damage is done. Mania has already burrowed upward, shattering his jaw from within and tearing his mouth apart in a grotesque, silent scream. Under the interrogation room's pitiless white lights, his face is frozen in the monstrous gaping ruin. Oh shit. How pathetic. You've been so thoroughly deceived.
We will have vengeance. We will be free.
Man.
We will destroy.
He turned into a fucking corruptor.
Hegemony.
We will destroy the hegemony. I like that. Both sides did horrible things, and being extremely loyal can blind you to that truth. Exactly. This city managed to free itself from the grasp of the metropole, but the sad thing is they're turning into something that they originally hate. Well, hopefully with the help of Chief and Catherine and a lot of people in the city, a lot of good people in the city, they won't turn into another metropole. I hope.
We will have freedom.
With that hegemony word, it kind of reminds me of another country in real life. Anyway, you lunge forward, catching Hilda as her legs give way. The sudden emotional shock has sent her mania into a violent spiral. Now it's turning back on itself, corrupting her from within. Through her palm, grotesque spikes rise and spread, threatening to consume her entire body. You're an anomalous power wielder? You play dumb, acting as if you're seeing it for the first time. Stop talking. If you can't control your power, don't use it. Take deep breaths and calm your emotions, or it will pierce right through you.
It's okay. I was just too rash. I'll be fine in a moment.
She brushes your hand away and stumbles back to the chair, her eyes fixed on the viscous dark sludge before her. Her gaze is a window to a private torment, the physical agony of the mania's corruption, the sharp sting of remorse for a life lost to her own lack of control, and most profoundly, a deep, disorienting bewilderment that threatens to consume her. In the silence, you offer a quiet thanks to Shane for his brutal, necessary truce. Now, it's time to press Hilda further. So, what would you choose? The question Shane asks you at the end. Your parents or the city-state? Which would you choose to believe? A shadow falls across Hilda's eyes.
Don't know.
With a soft sigh, you lower yourself beside her and take her hand. Your grip is firm, an attempt to soothe the violent mania surging through her veins. I know it wasn't intentional. You were trying to stop him from killing himself. Your power just slipped beyond your control. Hilda turns her gaze to you, her eyes, under the influence of mania, flicker between clarity and deep consuming shadows. But regret won't change what happened. If you truly feel responsible for what happened to him, then carefully consider everything he said. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Don't deny. Don't avoid the difficult questions. Then, answer his accusations with action. Since this was your parents' former residence, they might have left documents somewhere even the Metropol's assassin couldn't find. Didn't you say they were resourceful people? The odds are slim, but I still want to search for myself. Come with me. You hold her gaze, your invitation hanging in the air between you. Slowly, the light returns to her eyes, the lost and avoidant gaze giving way to a fragile but growing spark.
You're right. I should go look for whatever truth is there.
Yes, we got through her. Your sacrifice was not in vain, Shane.
Thank you, officer. I'll go with you.
Let's go. Wait, let's read through this. Discarded shell casing. A shell casing lies on the ground, shrouded in rust as if from a forgotten timeline. A white light flashes behind Shane's eyes, and his boiling fury finally subsides. A familiar figure materializes. A young boy waving, his smile as radiant as golden waves of wreath. I got a gun! I'm going to drive all the Metropole vampires out of here. The echo of his own youthful voice answers. Then I'll get inside and watch their back. Abruptly, the boy's apparition shatters into fragments, leaving only the cold shell casing to strike the ground with a hollow echo. He bends down to retrieve it, but a black mist spills from the casing, swallowing him whole. An immense sorrow wraps around him, a grief that belongs neither to the memory of the boy nor to himself. And so we ask, Loyal executioner, your hands drenched in blood, what are you mourning now? But his voice can no longer reach anyone. That is fucking sad. Oh, we're back to Hilda's office.
Well, what was the first step again? Let me check my notebook.
You and Hilda return to the room that once her parents' office, now repurposed as the Monolith Research Lab. From scattered details, you've pieced together that her parents defected from the metropoles, were granted asylum in the city as cryptographers, and ultimately settled here. If they left anything behind, this room is the most logical place to find it. You watch Hilda quietly, noting her apparent lack of hope. If they left anything for me, it would be here. Where should we begin? I've already turned this entire estate inside out and found nothing. Even if my parents did leave something behind, the city-state authorities have likely taken it by now. You scan the room. While everything appears unchanged, you detect a faint trace of mania hanging in the air. It feels like a lingering resonance, persisting through time. If you're going to find anything, these faint traces are your best starting point. You focus, attuning your senses to the subtle mania fluctuations in the room. They pull your attention, guiding your gaze directly toward the wall clock. This has to be important. The wall clock, the time itself. Hilda, do you have any memories with your parents about this? Memories about the time with your parents. I just remember the decryption games we'd played when I was little. Our set time for them was every night at 9:21 p.m. Maybe there's a hidden message in there. You detect a concentration of mania residue around the central fireplace. Searching through the nearby items, your fingers brush against a copy of The Wilderness. What about this poetry collection? Does it connect to them? The Wilderness. This was the first codebook they used to teach me. We had our own set of encryption rules. I still remember them. If they left any encrypted information for me, I should be able to decode it with this. You trace the room's mania to its source and are surprised to find it emanating from a radio on the table. You try switching it on and cycling through the frequencies, but the speaker yields only a low, persistent static. What about this radio? Any memories with your parents here? Perhaps. When I was a child, I always enjoyed listening to a specific radio frequency with them. But I don't see how that connects to any information they might have left. You've collected all the clues that this room has to offer. The only thing left is to piece them together. You truly believe these 3 items hold a message from them? I see the pattern you're trying to draw, but it feels like you're forcing the pieces to fit. I appreciate it, but you really don't need to comfort me like this. She looks too distressed to have any interest in what she sees as your puzzle games. Still, you decide to try anyway. Adjust the radio frequency. Use the Wilderness as a codebook. Wait until 9:21. Wait until 9:21. With time still left before 9:21, you and Hilda resign yourself to a quiet vigil. Adjust the radio frequency. As Hilda described, you tune the radio to the special frequency. In response, there is nothing but static. You and Hilda settle into it. Use the Wilderness as a codebook. You tell Hilda to use the Wilderness as a codebook and to remember the childhood rules she created with her parents. Though confused, she quietly gathers a pen and paper and sits at the table, ready to proceed. What did they find? Why is my doggo going woof woof outside? Hold on real quick, folks. I'm back. Can't see anything outside, but my doggo keeps on going woof woof. Anyway, it's fine. The two of you wait in the room, the silence between you filled with unspoken thoughts. The clock's relentless ticking marks the passage of time until the moment arrives. The hand points directly to 9:21. Night has fully fallen when the clock chimes, and the radio hums with a faint news signal. The raw radio waves are filtered into a coded sequence that only you are meant to hear. Hilda gets to work, capturing the signal with a recorder. Using the wilderness as her key, she deciphers the code in a hushed concentration, her hand moving steadily as she commits the decoded words to paper. Oh, it's a message from her parents. They really left something here, man. Dear Hilda, for so long, the war and the interference from the metropoles have stolen our connection to you. Every method we tried felt fragile, even our encrypted channels. That's why we agreed to work with the city authorities on an anomalous power research project. It allowed us to establish this little radio station, which broadcasts automatically each day. We've been sending the signal into the void, praying that somehow it would find you. But it's too late, you're already dead. If you're hearing this now, then our time has likely passed. From the moment we chose to betray the metropoles, we knew death would be a constant shadow. But we want you to know, we have never regretted our choice. We did not betray them for wealth or power, but for justice. We could no longer stand by while they cast their shadow over other city-states. We wanted a better, more equitable world for you and for everyone. To that end, we have hidden all the evidence we collected, proof of the small city-states devoured by the metropoles, inside the chimney of the office fireplace. Oh! We once dreamed you would come to the estate, find our room, and use this evidence to carry on our work. But now, we see that what we truly want is simply for you to be happy. No matter where you are, no matter which path you choose, follow your own heart. Follow your own heart. Find your own peace and build a life filled with joy. All our love, always, Mom and Dad. So they did actually care for her. They did. And they actually tried to fight for justice, but they had to sacrifice their child. They left her. They cannot get her back. Man. And the tiniest violin playing on a background. I know, right? Please. I need a moment alone. Emotional damage. She looks like a wet puppy in this illustration, man. Ah, that's an SOS code in the background. Oh my god, I didn't notice. Oh, you're right. You're right, it is. If you listen closely, there is really a faint beeping in the background. Look at her face, man. I feel bad for her, but we can still help her, right? There you go. Wet puppy Hilda needs all the hug, I know, right? The instructions from Hilda's parents lead you to a cache of well-preserved documents hidden in the fireplace chimney. Irrefutable evidence detailing how the metropole systematically erased small city-states. Well, damn. They are really out there genociding small city-states. Wow. Hilda is sitting in silence on the sofa. Rather than disturbing her, you simply place the documents on the table within her reach. Some things must be faced alone. The kindest thing you can offer her now is time and peace. Man.
Nothing can stop us now.
Yeah, that is one amazing track indeed. And thank you for letting me know there's a beep beep SOS in the background. Once the shape of ideals seems so clear. Days of relentless rain have left the air humid and cold enough to chill the bones. Black shrouds, layered over the young dead, hide their faces. If there's anyone who can save a waifu, it's Chief, yeah. She can't fix the past, but she can give her a better future. Yeah, inside the MBCC. Chief made sure that everyone would feel at home there, so I believe in Chief. Once the final body is laid to rest, a brief funeral commences within the curtain of falling rain.
So foolish. They think breaking away from the metropoles means they're free. That they can now run their own industry, their own religion, and control their own resources. As if they can just farm and trade in peace in a world ravaged by catastrophes.
Well, you can't stop them from hoping for something better.
But the world is a jungle, full of predators. When a weak lamb cries for independence and leaves the herd, it doesn't get freedom, it gets eaten. That's why we have to stay on the right path. Even if our hand has to be iron, even if it seems cruel, we must follow it, and guide them to follow it too.
There's something disturbing about what she's about her point here. So she's saying that we have to stay on the right path. Does that mean you stay with the metropoles because that's the only way? We must follow it and guide them to follow it too. That's not the only way out, man. She casts her torch to the ground, and the flickering firelight that dances across their faces, the group moves as one, fist meeting chest in a solemn, silent salute, honoring the fallen soldiers.
To all our brothers who lost their way!
So their salute is like this. A fist on the chest. Reminds me of Shingeki no Kyojin salute.
Your hate was used. Your pain was turned into a weapon against the city-state. But I still recognize you as one of us.
Okay, thank you for that.
I hope you find the prosperity and freedom you were looking for. Here in your eternal rest.
You don't see Hilda among the crowd. Having witnessed those truths, she can no longer bring herself to participate in a ceremony that so boldly champions the Metropolis' agenda. Yeah. She is so fed up of the Metropol's propaganda. You follow the trail of mania deep into the cellar. Your footsteps the only other sound in the oppressive quiet. At the far end, you find Hilda. Well, the person who is blindly loyal will think that their side is the only and best one. Yeah, sadly. That must mean that the propaganda machine of the Metropolis is working so perfectly to have such blind soldiers following them like this. She is curled in the darkness, sitting before a telegraph machine. Her fingers dance across the keys in slow rhythmic cadence. The dit da da fills the space like sacred requiem. Words feel like a desecration here. Instead, after a moment of shared silence, you lower yourself to the ground beside her. Remembering the code you devised yesterday, you begin to speak with your hands. What are you doing? Writing epitaphs for them. Only now do you notice the stack of documents beside her. It's the guards' profiles. Man, she's keeping a record of all the dead people. With meticulous care, she transcribes each name, tapping them out into code. One by one, she transforms them into radio waves and releases them to the wind. Perhaps the signals will be swallowed by mania. Perhaps they will drift for years before any receiver finds them. But it doesn't matter. Someday, they will find their way home, to that place free of bloodshed and oppression. You wait quietly beside her until the final name is sent. Then, she closes the telegraph machine. The quiet click, a period of the end of her elegy.
It couldn't have been easy to find this place. I'm fine. I just wanted to stay in a quiet place for a while.
To secretly mourn these enemies away from everyone else. May they rest in peace.
Here, I can hear voices from the past. When I need quiet, they keep me company.
Can you really hear them? She leans in, her fingers pressed to her lips. The earnest intensity in her eyes compels you. The world falls away as you still your breath and listen. In the newfound silence, the darkness itself seems to breathe. And then you hear it, faint, indistinct voices, rising like a whisper from the void. Sis, look! The railway from the metropolis is almost here in the north. Soon you could see an art exhibition in the morning and be back with new books by afternoon. Their engineers say we can redirect the underground springs to the dry regions. We'll finally be able to grow more food, feed more people in the satellite towns. Just think of how many children the medical program could save. The United University is opening enrollment soon. More of our people will have a chance to study. Listen, everyone, this is our next goal. We're moving forward, one step at a time, toward the ideal city-state. This is a crossroads for the world. In its street-side cafes, people peruse newspapers in dozens of languages, eagerly trading phrases from their homelands. All children attend school. Everyone has work and receives their rightful share. Theaters constantly debut new plays, and a laundry woman can walk proudly into a masquerade to dance with nobility. That is an amazing future if that is true. No wars, no conflicts. People of every rank fulfill their duties, yet still have the energy to enjoy their lives. Back then, it was the clearest vision of an ideal, an indestructible lighthouse in the hearts of countless souls. But what remains of it now?
Why are you holding us back? Why are we the ones trapped here on the farm? Why are you stealing our future?
Everyone who asked questions was taken, just disappeared. Where are they? Release them. Give them back. Why? Why do we have to fight wars? Shouldn't we be working together? Shouldn't we be moving forward? Girl, I have the same questions too. The silence is absolute. Yeah, right, man. But I think I read where did I read? Is this in I wonder if it's in this event that war the bottom war exists because of profit. So basically that's it. That which is quite tragic, to be honest. What a waste of people's lives. The silence is absolute, but her face is a transcript of a conversation you can't hear. An icy dread traces its way down your spine, and you can't stop yourself from asking. It's amazing how past to nowhere events kind of relates to what's happening in real life. And it really makes you think, like, what the fuck are we doing, man? So many people would be safe if we just let the politicians fight each other. Exactly. And if only we are not controlled by big corporations. Because I think the ones who actually control the politicians are the ones who have the money. Sadly. What do you hear?
They ask me if I still remember what the ideal city-state was supposed to be. If I remember the person I used to be. The one who fought side by side with them for a shared future. They ask when the war will end, when the trees in our homeland will grow green again. They speak of everything, except the reason they died.
Her tone is deceptively calm. But you know better. These voices from the past are classic auditory hallucinations, a direct symptoms of uncontrolled mania that only emerges when a host's psyche is on the brink. The cost could be physical, damage to the link, or purely psychological, with the unshackled mania ravaging her mind. The origin matters less than the result. Beneath her composed facade lies a profoundly fragile mental state. She's just forcing normalcy, a performance as fragile as glass. With a quiet sigh, you move to sit closer to her. This question has been tormenting you, hasn't it? Why has our city-state become what it is today? I would love to know that. I would love to know the answer to that question also. I could just change this line into, why has our country become what it is today? Man. And sometimes you wish it were you lying in the darkness instead of them. Man, exactly. Like, man, I don't know what to do anymore. You listen as Hilda's breathing in the dark deepens, finding a more measured rhythm. It seems she is finally calming down. To be honest, I don't know how to answer you. I'm not even sure if what we're doing is right or wrong. We can only move forward until history renders its final judgment on us. Isn't that right? Because I think currently people will think I am doing what is right, despite the casualties that is happening left and right. But like the old saying goes, it's what's this? The history will be, I forgot the exact saying, but it says where history will judge someone's actions. We will see, I guess. It always starts well, but over time, bad people gain power, and what began as good turns evil. It's. Is it really just good versus evil now? I think everything is just in this very gray state of things. You don't know what's good or bad.
It wasn't like this before.
Man, I know, right? It wasn't like this before.
I still remember when I was young, hearing about the future from books, from my parents, from the news. Everyone said the future would be an ideal era.
Why is this so fucking relatable, man? Yeah, I also once dreamed of a future that is perfect, like a utopia. But man, look at us now. She narrows her eyes, as if admiring the dust motes dancing in the darkness.
Ever since the Nightfall, the metropoles have united settlements and city-states, providing aid for decades.
Okay, so at first the metropoles are not entirely bad. Okay, go on.
I once saw towns on the brink of extinction, rebuilt with the metropole's help. Refugees fleeing from catastrophes would embrace each other in tears, and they finally reached our gates. That same year, Savale proclaimed to all territories that if every city-state united and contributed what it could, even the greatest disasters could be overcome.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Small states are not burdens, but our flesh and blood. Resources are not barriers, but bridges between us. If we stand united, civilization's light will burn away the long night, and humanity will rise again.
She raises her hand, reaching for a memory, a ghost, for something that was never there. At last, it falls back to her side, empty.
Officer, I believe the evidence we've seen, but I can't dismiss everything the metropoles have done for decades because of a few isolated cases.
That's fair. But how do you fix this broken system?
Maybe we've missed something, or something's been hidden from us. The information we don't have might explain everything.
You open your mouth, but you find you have no words to offer. You understand that these recent revelations are feeble things against the fortress of her fate. A devotion built over decades. Beginnings are always pure. Memories are forever gilded. You cannot fault her for clinging to the memory of those idealistic orators and a metropole that once truly reached out to help the smaller states. I don't know if this is fucking propaganda from her childhood, but I think it's working on her. We really don't know if the metropoles is like so kind to The other city-states way back. But yeah, I can't blame her. Maybe she was taught like that in school. Basically, she was brainwashed. Yeah. To press further now would only seed suspicion. For today, it is wiser to let the matter rest. That's all right. Hilda draws a deep, steadying breath, the ghost of a smile touching her lips.
If the mole brought me this information, they must know even more than I do. I won't be shaken by this. Even if it's just to learn the whole truth. I'll find that mole and make them talk. I need to know what kind of justice they claim to uphold while sending so many people to kill me.
Hilda rises slowly and walks through the dim light. She passes you, her form dissolving into a darkness that seems to promise no return. In her silhouette, you see the ghost of others you have known. They always begin this way. Eyes clear, stride steady, ideals held like a shield, heads high against the sky. And so often, they end this way too, stepping onto a solitary path from which there is no coming back. Man. Amidst the devastation of the main hall, the survivors have assembled. Helene have foraged for food and ignited a surviving stove. Now beckons the others toward the comforting circle of fire.
Look, I have a suggestion. Instead of splitting into shifts tonight, why don't we all just stay here together?
So we can all keep a closer eye on one another, you mean?
I mean, we can protect one another. The situation is still unclear. Staying in a group is the most logical way to ensure everyone's safety. It's obvious.
Nolene lets out a cold snort.
A group is just a bigger target. I have no intention of dozing off only to have my throat slit by the person sharing my fire. Separately, we stay sharp. That's how you survive. And with today's chaos, the monolith research can't be finished. I assume Hilda would prefer some quiet to work.
The location is irrelevant to me. The monolith's repairs are almost done. I can work from anywhere. Our priority now should be determining which arrangement is more likely to flush out the remaining mole.
Hilda's voice is a soft veil over steel, her words needling straight into the hearts of everyone present.
Perhaps we should put it to a vote? Look, there are exactly 5 of us.
Right now, the vote is locked, 2 against 2. As the 5th and final vote, the decision is yours alone. What? Split up or stay together? I think splitting up would lead to a bad end. Okay, stay together then.
Very well. I will retrieve the monolith files from my room.
Helene and I can gather bedding and see what other provisions we can salvage.
After some time, the group has settled, each person creating a makeshift bed on the main hall's floor. We can stay with Hilda. Yeah, we'll stay with Hilda. We'll be safe with Hilda, right? Not necessary. Sometimes we have a bad end with Hilda too. But with a group, I think there's less chance for death. Maybe. Unless there's a bomb in the middle of where we stay at. Worth it, right? After some time, the group has settled, each person creating a makeshift bed on the main hall's floor. A perimeter of distrust is silently established. Individuals space themselves apart, but ensure they remain visible to all. Hilda then wheels out the monolith prototype, centering it in the hall. you realize that, aside from yourself, everyone else is witnessing the actual monolith for the first time. Wow, what an amazing bait. It stands waist high, a black metal box reminiscent of a small coffin. 4 screens are set into its side, each with corresponding keyboard. Its inner workings are partially exposed. Within the unassembled core, a cluster of electronic dials glimmers faintly under the lights. This kind of looks like a typewriter from way, way, way back.
Can I have your assistance to complete the final calibration process?
Ah, of course. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten why you brought an old cryptographer along in the first place.
No trouble at all. After all, the monolith is the entire reason we're all here, isn't it?
My expertise with mechanical systems isn't on par with Huck's, but I can manage the radio components.
Hilda nods and hands out a stack of documents to everyone present.
The final calibration requires extensive parallel calculations and data entry. Please review your assigned documents thoroughly, then input the data accurately into the corresponding monolith modules. Notify me immediately of any interface discrepancies or hardware errors during the process. I will make the necessary adjustments.
I see now. So this is the monolith. Truly an elegant design.
Leaning over the most confidential monolith schematics, Manfis lets out a series of impressed clicks of his tongue, observing every detail of the revolutionary design.
Not purely mechanical rotors, but integrated with the latest computing technology. Yet, it still contains 12 interconnected rotors internally. On demand, several can generate false data to mislead the enemy, while its cyclical structure renders brute force decryption utterly useless.
You're being sus, old. Exactly my thoughts. If someone looks so kind and harmless, I think that's our suspect right there. And it feels like Hilda might lower her guard with Manfis because he's the one who recruited her as a cryptographer, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I think our goal is this old man.
If we had had this device back then, our intelligence network would not have been so thoroughly annihilated. Augustus, that anomalous power wielder from Dis City. As long as she knows the strike coordinates in advance, her incomprehensible power can intercept anything. This alone stripped us of every effective deterrent we had.
Wow. Deterrent, aka the nukes they have.
And that ghostly Reaper unit. Always appearing where we were most vulnerable, tearing our defensive lines to shreds. But now... No matter. It is not too late.
Once Dis City can no longer decrypt our messages, Augustus will lose her strategic advantage.
Catherine, you will always be famous against the metropoles.
Officer, I need you to take the night watch. Though everything lies in ruins around us, this is the final push.
You can count on me.
Thank you.
I'm counting on you to keep watch. Yes, ma'am. Everyone gathers around the monolith and gets to work, the air filled with the quiet intensity of their calculations. It's going to be a sleepless night. Yikes, sleepless night indeed. Dawn washes the sky as uncertainty approaches.
Did you hear the bell tolling? The ceremony is about to begin.
A hushed quiet blankets the hall, where everyone is gathered, intent on their individual task. Silence is a peaceful one, broken only by the soft rustle of papers, the scratch of pens, and the methodical clicking of calculators. Barring any unforeseen complications, you feel a growing certainty that Monolith's development will be completed tonight. As you're lost in this contemplation, a subtle movement catches your eye. It's Hilda, offering a gentle wave, her expression suggesting she has something to discuss. Okay, what is it, ma'am? Is there something you need? I've hit a snag and need Nolane's input. Would you mind passing this to her? The reality is undeniable. You're surrounded by cryptography experts. You and Helene are the only ones without a real task. So you'll make yourself useful as a messenger. You take the note with a nod and turn to find Nolane. A soft call from Hilda stops you in your tracks. You know, without you, I wouldn't be here. None of us would. Monoliths would still be a theory. Thank you. I was just thinking, once this war is over, maybe we could... She lets her sentence trail off, her gaze turning inward as if reconsidering her words. The question is on the tip of your tongue, but before you can voice it, you notice Helene. Her pointed look from across the hall is an unmistakable summons. Damn it, Helene. Why did you have to cut us out? Gotta hate it in here. Hilda was going to ask Chief out on a date. The affinity bar must be at its maximum, going to another level. Is it maximum? Maybe. I think it's around 80%, perhaps. The affinity bar. Yeah, fuck you, Helene. We were almost there. But you know what? I kind of feel bad about this. She was thanking the chief for helping them. And if you know, we are actually deceiving her right now to get information out of her. I don't know, man. This is quite unsettling, not gonna lie. I hate how we are actually deceiving her right now. But we gotta do our work, man. Oh, what's up, Helene? Helene, like you, has no specific rule. She radiates a profound boredom, her gaze drifting listlessly as if searching for any conversation to break the monotony. Something on your mind? Not really the time for small talk. Don't be absurd. As if I'd make small talk now. Do you remember that letter I've been keeping for you? Why are you doing this now? Why are you blackmailing us with that letter right now? Why are you bringing that up now? I don't give a damn about some mole or a code machine. I just want to get out of this hellhole. You'd better come up with a plan for me, and soon. Otherwise, all I have to do is hand this letter over, and your little secret, Asai escapes you. You make a conscious effort to keep your voice calm as you turn to Helene. You turn on me now? Don't forget, you're my accomplice. They'll hang you right next to me, right? If you drag us down, we'll drag you with us. We're past the threats, Helene. We sink or swim together. Damn, Chief, you are so cool. Then, what am I supposed to do? You promised you'd help me. You have to get me out of this. Our only way out is to finish Monolith and end this. While everyone is working, I need you to be our eyes and ears. Watch for the mole. They might try something now. I suppose that makes sense. But don't think you're off the hook. I'm still holding your leash. Yeah, okay, fine, ma'am, okay. By every logical measure, Helene is the least likely suspect here, which is precisely a treacherous voice in your mind whispers. What could make her the perfect mole? Okay, now we're starting to doubt Helene again. Or is this just the narrative trying to deceive us into believing that Helene is actually the mole? I think this is deception from the writers. I don't want you holding my leash, Helene. I want to be Hilda. That's right. We want Hilda to pull the leash on us. Yes, definitely. You try to hand Elaine the note, but she is lost in a world of numbers. Utterly oblivious to your presence, a wave of your hand in her line of sight earns nothing but an impatient swat, as if shooing a fly. Hey, we got a message from Hilda. Don't bother her. That's just her way. Elaine is my prodigy who solves problems with pure intuition. When she's focused, the rest of the world simply falls away. If you need to speak with her, it's best to wait. In the meantime, why not keep an old man company? I'm watching you, Manfist, okay. A soft, unfamiliar hum accompanies the scratch on Manfist's pencil, the sound betraying his good mood as he works. I found myself at a bit of an impasse. Good thing you're here. Let's take a short recess. How about a game? You've seen the clue board in the hall, haven't you? I believe there's one in your room as well. Clue board in the hall? There's one in the chief's room. How did you know that? How the fuck did you know that then? Have you been in the chief's room? I want you to study this clue board for 3 seconds. Then turn around and answer a question for me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. What? On the clue board, you just saw how many white paper sheets and yellow sticky notes were there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 9 then. Okay. Wow. Just as I suspected, you memorized it in an instant. A photographic memory is an indispensable tool, whether for code breaking or espionage. To be perfectly honest, you were my primary suspect for the mole, but at this stage, it seems rather inconsequential. What if you are our primary suspect for being a mole? Whether the mole is here among us or waiting in the wings, it changes very little. So long as we complete the monolith and deliver it to the city-state, all of this will be settled. I see Elaine has finished her part. Weren't you looking for her? Go on. Go on. Elaine bends still. She blinks, her gaze lifting to meet yours as if surfacing from some deep internal abyss of numbers and logic. What is it? Hilda has a problem that needs your help. She asked me to give you this. At the mention of Hilda's name, a spark of keen interest ignites in Elaine's eyes. She practically snatches the note, her pen already moving in a swift, confident dance across the page before she returns it solved. Wow, that fast? That was fast. What? You thought I was just some muscle-headed thug who only knows how to throw a punch? Yeah, actually, with the way you look, yeah. That's not what I meant. I'm just impressed. A faint blush tints Nelene's cheeks at your words. Chief! You're missing up the other characters in this event. Don't stop. But it's gone in an instant, replaced by a mask of studied nonchalance. Yeah. Well, save it. Just take this back to Hilda. She's waiting. Out of curiosity, what made you join the cryptography department? Wait, don't tell me. You joined because you like Hilda. Why do you care? It's none of your business. Choosing not to pry, you return to Hilda and hand her the solved note. Around you, the moonlight fades, leaching the color from the hall. As the air grows colder, you and Hilda pull your blankets close, settling in for what promises to be a very long night. Damn, we are under the same cover. I mean, the same blanket. It is bound to be a sleepless night. At the first gray of light at dawn filters into the room. Wait, let me read that again. As the first gray light of dawn filters into the room, the last calibration is complete. With a steady hand, Hilda takes the final crucial gear and slots it into place. A soft yet definitive click echoes in the quiet room, and the green indicator light glows to life.
There. It is complete now.
A heavy silence descends. For a moment, everyone is frozen, suspended between exhaustion and the uncertainty of what comes next. The next problem is delivering this to the metropoles. Now, how do we do that? Hilda lets out a cold laugh.
What's the matter? I expected our mole would have made a move by now.
This presents two possibilities. First, is the mole even still among the living? Perhaps Huck, who fell in the chaos, was the culprit after all?
Even if the monolith is the target, confronting 4 people to steal a machine of this size would be a suicidal move. And that's precisely why you haven't made your move yet. This prototype is simply too large to steal right in front of these people. What you really need is more detailed intelligence. The blueprints, or perhaps the core component.
Oh, for heaven's sake. What move are you all waiting for? Just crate this thing up and ship it out. I'm so sick of this place. I want to go home.
Wait, what does this indicator mean?
A low, ominous hum fills air as the indicator light snaps from green to a glaring red. What now? That familiar, chilling presence, mania, washes over you again. At the same moment, a piercing alarm shrieks from the monolith. Panels on all 4 sides erupt in frantic, synchronized strobe of light.
What on earth?
This thing can actually detect mania? The machine is going haywire. The terrifying conclusion is inescapable. The crowd can only stare, speechless, as the screens dissolve into a torrent of data. What is this? Can someone decode? What? I don't understand. It's all gibberish. Numbers and letters scatter and swarm across the screen in a taunting dance, finally collapsing into a single glaring string of deep red.
This code is...
I don't understand. Why are they panicking?
A Caesar cipher. Offset by 3. The first lesson for every cryptographer.
This is not a gift. It is your grave. What the fuck? Oh my god, it's a fucking bomb, guys. 2 hours until the monolith explodes, bro. What in the actual fuck? Is it powered by a nuke? What the fuck? Wait, I thought it's supposed to be something used for an intelligence, not a bomb. And why does it feel like Hilda is surprised? Did someone tamper with this? Eliminated Outland spies Huck Burrows, Casey Abel, Marlo Bannings. All 30 estate guards confirmed dead. Investigation confirms they were secretly recruited by a Farland resistance group, which operated under the city's name to conduct separatist activities and retaliate against the metropoles. The state has sustained severe structural damage. All previous entry and exit restrictions have been lifted. The monolith prototype has been compromised by the mold. There you go. Currently awaiting decontamination and restoration. It was tampered with because I'm sure it's supposed to decrypt codes not explode. Exactly! And I am surprised it can detect mania when they clearly during that time they don't know mania existed. So I'm assuming if it's tainted with mania, it's someone from the city who is capable of harnessing it somehow. He's obtained 3. Consciousness restoration, 60%. We're more than halfway. Let's go. Unresolved matter. Among the 3 remaining people, who is the mole? We still don't fucking know. We don't fucking know. Okay, wait. I need to clear this. Okay. Hushing throat. This throat, once a conduit of secret messages and calls to truth, has now been twisted into a symbol of silence. Please infiltrate the subject's consciousness, purge the suffocating void, and rebuild her mental architecture. So basically, by doing this, we restore Hilda's consciousness, her mind, her psyche. Oh no. Oh.
Crush them all!
Too noisy. Quiet.
What? It doesn't fucking work. It has a freaking shield. Great.
Whack them all! Pulse radiation. Engage.
This will become a pain in the ass in BFL, I think.
Whack them all!
Are these
Oh damn, not enough points. What the fuck? Not enough points? Then we go pew pew pew. Hi, Mishkat. Welcome. Welcome back. I can't believe it. I have to redo.
Oh my! If I had known there'd be a fight. As wisteria blooms, behold the splendor.
Is there gonna be another stream of the event? Yes, there's actually part 3. I'm not sure if part 4 will be there. If there will be part 4, we'll see.
Crush them all!
As wisteria blooms, behold the splendor. Behave a little better next.
I think someone said there's going to be part 4.5. This heart, once beating ceaselessly without despair, has now succumbed to an endless slumber. Please infiltrate the subject's consciousness, dismantle the illusion within, and break the self-imposed seal. There's 4.5 parts! Oh my good lord. Will be fun! Maybe. We'll be fine. Yay! We'll be fine, definitely. So, this event is quite long, huh? If there's 4.5, because it's actually 3 hours just for part 2. And yesterday, part 1 is around 4 hours for me. Or maybe I just yapped a lot. That's why it takes a lot of time. Well, I just love reading, so yeah.
As wisteria blooms, behold the splendor.
Listen.
Pulse radiation.
Listen.
Crush them all!
Hearing my commentary is fun. That's great.
My work here is done. I wish you good luck.
I think it's better for me to read through. Oh! Just one more and we could free her from all this mania. But it's locked. Great. You know, it's better. It feels like it's better for me to read a story on stream because I can focus without distractions. Because if it were me not streaming, I tend to get up every few minutes or maybe scroll through social media like Twitter or something. Yeah, I think this is better. There's 4.5 parts after the end of the event. 0.5 part will open in the main menu. It contains aftermath of the event. Oh, that's great to hear. So basically 0.5 is the epilogue. I'll try to join you next stream by catching up to you. Oh, okay. I'll cut off stream here because this is already chapter 3. Part 2, we're done. Chapter 3, I'll stream again tomorrow. Xiaohoshu, I got that after a recommendation. It's a good place for Path to Nowhere art, right? And also cosplays. There's a lot of good stuff in there. We were not kidding, right? And the sassy things are in there. Sassy illustrations of Path to Nowhere is in there. I'm surprised it's not been taken down by their government. But it's all good for us. Anyway, we'll continue this, folks. Tomorrow, tomorrow I will try in the afternoon, my time. I'll do my best to stream.
Oh, are you here to see me, Chief? Feel free to take the time to look at the new supplies,
maybe either 3 p.m. I hope 3 p.m. In a few hours. My time, GMT +8. Thank you for the stream. No problem. I'll stream more until we finish this event. And I also have a stream for Nikkei. So many things to do. So little time. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, really, because otherwise I'll be alone reading through the event. So I appreciate everyone's presence here. Anyway, good night, folks. I mean, good morning. I'm gonna go bed and sleep for a few hours and then hopefully stream again. I'll see you all. Good night / good morning. See you all. Otsu, cheatery. Bye-bye.
You did a great job guarding this place. Good doggy.